Good afternoon or good morning. My name's Alison Reiner and welcome to Project Positive Change. I'm your Loved Again and Forever coach, and I'm member of the week, member in the spotlight this week on Project Positive Change, which is why I'm here every day. And if you've been following me, you will know that I'm running a little challenge this week. It's called Claiming Your Loved Again and Forever. And maybe before I go any further, I should explain what loved again and forever actually means to me, and means for people that work with me. So I am a relationship coach. I work with women and occasionally men who are unhappy in their relationship, wondering whether they love their partners or not, wondering whether they even want to save their marriage or not. But more importantly, understand that this situation is causing discord in the rest of their lives, in the rest of their world, that it's beginning to infiltrate every other area of their life and therefore needs to be resolved. And more importantly, that only they hold the key to that resolution. Only they can make the decision to, oh, Caroline, thank you, I'm getting love hearts already. Only they hold the key to this change, this new way of being. And by the time women come to me, they've tried many things. It's not that I'm certainly never the first port of call. I'm almost the last port of call before the divorce court, the divorce lawyer. Just that one last chance, that one last hope that something may happen. And I'm very happy to tell you that I love that place, because that's the place that when you're desperate, you're willing to look at different perspectives. You're willing to look from different angles, and I really love watching that change. I really love watching women go from despair and hopelessness to, shit, this might work. I don't know if I'm allowed to say words like that, but this might work. And then those small little differences we see as we actually start to make the changes that the program that I take you through leads you towards. So today, let me give you a brief recap. So I am Alison Reiner. I am a Loved Again and Forever coach and a qualified personal development coach. I write for the Huffington Post. I write for Thrive Global. I contribute to Your Tango. I am working with, I can't think how you say that, but I am in collaboration with Lee Daniels, and we're running a beautiful interview series here on Project Positive Change. It's called This Is Not Legal Advice, and you can catch us every Tuesday morning here talking about various aspects of the before, during and after divorce process in order to make it as seamless and easy as possible. What else do you need to know about me? I run a beautiful Facebook group called Loved Again and Forever. Details, Caroline, could you actually drop the link here for people in case they want to come and join the group? And you can also find me on my Facebook business page, which is Alison Reiner Coaching, I believe. So that's about me. Let me talk about you. Because that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about you. So, as I say, we are going through a 5-day process at the moment. We're getting you from stuck to claiming your loved again and forever. And what loved again and forever really means is stepping up, becoming that person who knows that they deserve the life that they want. Now, I work mostly in relationships, but this can be from any aspect at all. So, if your situation at the moment isn't relationship related, watch anyway, because the tips you get here can be transformed to suit any situation. But, for me, when I have a woman in front of me who is, somebody's angry. Oh no. When I have somebody in front of me who is in that place where they're really not sure what the right next move is, and the reason that you're not sure what the right next move is because you spent a long time going in the loop. It's not that you arrive there and you suddenly start looking about. You try everything to resolve the problem, to find a resolution to your situation. You look for, you try talking, you try communication, you try pleading, begging, shouting, screaming, maybe even counselling. However, with counselling, if you're both not 100% engaged in the process, it can be tricky and it can actually cause more trouble than it resolves. So for me, Loved Again is about stepping into that person that you need to be in order to live the life that you really desire. That's what it's all about. So when I talk about claiming your loved again and forever, that's what I mean. Becoming that person who lives the life and claims the life that they know that they were born to live. And that's every aspect of it: relationship, career, friendship, family, health, whatever. So let me just recap briefly on where we've been so far this week. So on Tuesday, we were talking about reality, getting really clear on where you are now. Why do you need to do that? Because that gives you the fright of your life if you've been hiding from your situation, if you keep pushing down the ideas, if you keep trying to sort of get yourself busy in order to avoid looking at it. That's the place to start, because that's where you understand what not doing anything is going to cause you. Wednesday, which was yesterday, we were looking at the future, creating a picture of where you want to go, creating a plan of what life is going to look like on the other side of now. Now, the other side of now doesn't have to be divorce. It doesn't have to be staying. It can be whatever you decide whatever you decide it's going to be. And the reason that we push forward, the reason that we create a plan for the future is because if you've got nowhere to go, if your only plan is, I don't want it to be like this, you're not going to do anything. There's not a big enough impetus to spur you from where you are now, no matter how uncomfortable it is. The discomfort or the comfort of knowing the discomfort is enough to keep you stuck. So you need to create that big picture for yourself to move forward, to spur yourself on, to get committed to taking action. Otherwise, nothing will change. Today, we're talking about you as a person. Who are you going to have to be in order to make that change, in order to leap forward from where you are now? So we've got the how it is at the moment in place, how you want it to be in place. Stop for a second and ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is my position now compared to where I want it to be? 1 being absolutely 100,000 miles away, and 10 being, I'm there. I don't know why I'm even watching this live stream. I'm going to go make myself a cup of coffee and congratulate myself on how great my life is. And once you've done that, let's get started on who you need to be in order to make that change. Now, it's very simple. The process that I lead you through is very, very simple, but it's not easy. Because if it was easy, you would have done it already. You wouldn't need me, you wouldn't need anyone else, you wouldn't need counselling. You'd be able to think yourself out of the problem and create the life that you really want. The fact that you're here means that you're not there yet, but it doesn't mean that you can't be there. It doesn't mean that at all. It means that you're not committed enough to the process. You don't have the tools that you need to make that change, and that's what I'm sharing with you this week. Let me sit back, that my shoulders are a bit sore. So who is that woman or man who claims the life, the loved again and forever life? Who is that person? Who is that? They're inside of you. They already live inside of you, but we're going to have to bring them out. Now, let me tell you who that person will be. That person will be someone who loves themselves, someone who appreciates themselves, someone who puts themselves first, who trusts themselves implicitly and explicitly, somebody who is very boundaried, somebody who knows how to put strong boundaries up, not to keep other people out, not to force other people away, but to protect themselves because they know their own limitations. That's who you're going to be when you are that loved again and forever person. So again, let's go back to who you are now. Let's look at that. How do you feel about yourself? Would you, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your self-love like? Now, self-love is knowing yourself, accepting yourself, valuing yourself, putting yourself first. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you be there? If you can't get it, take a step back and think about how other people are treating you. Are they treating you as if you matter? Are they treating you with respect? Are they treating you the way that you wish to be treated? Because they can mirror, if you can't see it in yourself, other people mirror the way that you feel about yourself. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you appreciate yourself? How often are you out blowing your own trumpet? How often are you telling people what you like about yourself? How boundaried are you? How easy is it for you to say no? How easy is it for you to say, I don't like your attitude, I don't like the way you're treating me? How easy is it for you to step out of a situation that you're uncomfortable in without making excuses? These are all the questions to run through your mind, and they'll tell you who you are at the moment and the work that you'll need to put in, the areas that you need to focus in order to become the person that you want to be, the person that is ready to claim that loved again and forever status. If you get any questions while I'm talking, do ask. You don't need to sit in silence. I can see that there are 2 people watching at the moment, so if you have any questions, please do ask me. Another question to ask yourself, and we've spoken about this on a couple of other occasions this week, is where am I settling? Because quite often, one of the problems that we have in identifying our own situation is, we're very confident and we're very full of self-esteem in so many different areas of our life. Therefore, it's really difficult to understand or to identify that we're missing something in a certain area, and we're talking in this instance in our relationship areas, that it's very uncomfortable to admit that we don't feel very confident, or our self-worth in terms of relationship is low. So ask yourself where you're settling in your relationship, where you're settling in life. And a really important question is, why am I settling? That gives you a really good, strong idea on what the first action step is going to be. So these are ways of taking us from where we are now to where we want to be that person, to be that woman or man who is ready, full of confidence, full of get up and go, ready to stand up and be counted, ready to commit to taking action to make sure that you can achieve the life that you want. Because doing nothing will get you nothing. Staying stuck where you are is actually a decision. So it's, if you're doing nothing, it's because you're comfortable. You're too comfortable. You need to find something to spur yourself on. And you also need, I keep using that word, you don't need to do anything. If you want change, you do need, however, to take certain action steps. And if you're not happy where you are, you will need to commit to working on yourself, to working on if you're a 2, a 3, a 5, or even an 8 out of 10 at the moment in terms of self-love, you need to work on it. You need to push yourself. We need to make you move forward and forward and forward. So ask yourself, what can I do to make that happen? Anyone get any questions? You like the why? Yeah, because we don't ask why. Quite often that's where we get caught up. It's so easy to beat ourselves up with the what is wrong and what I'm not doing. But But take a step back and ask why. Why am I not doing it? What is the fear there? Is it the fear of upsetting other people? Is it the fear of confrontation? For me, often it was the fear of confrontation. I still don't like it. I'll never like it. But my desire to live the life that I want to live, to be the person that's the queen of my own world, if you like, spurs me on to face up to those situations that I find difficult. But I had to go and look at the why, and you'll need to look at the why too. So if you have any questions, great. If they don't come to mind now, feel free to message me later or to drop them in here, and we'll answer them. Tomorrow is our last day together. Tomorrow I'm going to tie it all up nicely, and I've got a really exciting offer for you if you're here tomorrow, live online. So thank you for following the process. If you want to, I will drop after I've finished, I'll drop the group. You're welcome to come and join me in the group. And if you get any questions for me, reach out. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye.